play hard in the playoffs. This the playoffs. This the playoffs. You wanna go home in the playoffs. You gotta play hard in the playoffs. You gotta play strong in the playoffs. You wanna go home in the playoffs. You wanna go home in the playoffs. You wanna go home in the playoffs. You wanna go home. This the playoffs. This the playoffs. You wanna go home in the playoffs, yeah. You wanna go home in the playoffs. You better play hard, it's the playoffs. I'ma go harder than hard. I'm one of the sickest, the youngest in charge. You picked up the bar when fun with the bar.
Yo, welcome back guys. Today we're going to take a look at my new favorite weapon for farming Manibus, the SN700 Finale. We'll break down some interesting tricks for skipping the firing animation, talk about the best gear setup, and by the end of this video, you'll be able to kill Manibus in around 27 seconds too. But before that, a quick sponsor segment. Need to top up your favorite games fast and safely? With TopUp, you can easily recharge balances for many different games in just a few clicks. And yes, Once Human is available too. Just choose Once Human, enter your UID, select your region, and then pick the server where your character is located. And here's the best part. Use code WHITE for up to 12% off. Then pick your amount and finish the order. Check the link in the description and top up with TopUp today. Let's quickly go over how Finale actually works. To guarantee a 100% shrapnel proc, you need to hit a weak spot. Otherwise, shrapnel only has a 40% chance to activate. Every time shrapnel triggers, the weapon gains a reverb stack, up to a maximum of 5. Each stack increases the number of shrapnel hits, and the last bullet in the magazine gets additional damage, plus extra shrapnel procs based on the number of reverb stacks you have. To get the maximum effect, we need at least 6 bullets in the magazine, so we can build all 5 stacks before reaching the last shot. Here's a quick comparison. But the most important thing about this weapon is that there is no limit to how many times shrapnel can hit, which means we can push the number of shrapnel hits to completely insane levels. Let's move on to calibration. For Finale, we use rapid shot style with crit rate because we're not going to use kukri in this setup. For the secondary weapon, we use bingo, also with rapid shot style but with weak spot damage. There is also one useful trick with bingo. After activating Butterfly's ultimate, if you destroy an enemy or an ice cube with bingo, you get 15% attack, which gives us a very nice damage boost. For the armor set, we use 3 pieces of Savior for maximum damage and 2 pieces of Lone Wolf for additional crit rate, most importantly, to reach the 6 bullets we need. For the key gear piece, we use Cage Helmet. Basically, every time shrapnel procs, it hits twice. These are the skins I'm using on my gear. And don't forget, 4 pieces of the rabbit skin activate the Soaring Leap effect, which gives you an extra 20% weak spot damage. Now let's talk about ways to skip the firing animation. The first method is movement. You can move left and right or forward and backward while shooting, and this significantly increases your firing speed. The second method is zooming in and out after every shot. This gives you a very similar effect. Personally, I use both methods together because it gives me better control and feels much smoother. For the Deviant, we use Butterfly's Emissary. Her ultimate allows every shot to hit as weak spot damage, which guarantees shrapnel activation and also converts the shrapnel damage into weak spot damage. For traits, I recommend using Power Rewind 2, Weak Spot Master, and Moonlight Assault. Let's move on to mods. On Finale, we use Shatter Them All to increase shrapnel damage. On Bingo, we use Vulnerability Amplifier for additional vulnerability. For the helmet, I'm using Precise Strike for more weak spot damage. On the mask, we run Shrapnel Carnage. This is one of the key parts of the build and gives us a huge damage boost. For the chest, you can use either Rejuvenating or Ardent Shield. Just pick whichever one has better stats for you. On the pants, we use Deadshot to increase crit damage. For the gloves, we run Crit Amplifier for additional crit rate and crit damage. And for the boots, Rush Hour with the Downstar suffix. Another great option is Rush Hour with the Phantasmal suffix. For accessories, I'm using Integrated Suppressor, Raptor Optic Sight, Compact Infrared Indicator, and Golden Magazine. For ammo, we use Sniper Rifle ammo. For drinks, I'm using Whimsical Drink and Stardust Mushroom Soup. For food, we go with hot dog and deviated sausage. And don't forget, for every dish that requires meat, use deer meat. These are the cradles I'm using. Let's talk about the rotation. Oh wait, there is no rotation. You just mark Manibus with bingo, fire 6 shots with finale, and that's it. Manibus is gone. No presets, no ice cubes, no complicated setup, just 6 shots and goodbye. And that's it guys. If you like the build and the breakdown, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. See you next time.